Welcome to Shy Sports Legends. Can the Bears win out? Let's get to it.
The Chicago Bears enter Week 12 exactly where they've been fighting to be for years, above, on top of the NFC North at 8-3, with the league finally starting to pay attention. But the second half of the season isn't a soft landing. It's a climb, a grueling stretch that will define whether this early success becomes a playoff push or a missed opportunity. Because from here on out, Chicago isn't just battling opponents, they're battling expectations. The tough part of the season starts now. The Bears still have to face the Eagles, 49ers, Browns, the Packers twice, and a massive Week 18 rematch against the Detroit Lions. This closing stretch is loaded with playoff-level teams, elite pass rushers, and 2 rivalry games that carry emotional weight. The good news? With 8 wins already secured, Chicago realistically needs only 3 or 4 more to reach the postseason. Only 9 teams in the NFC even have more than 6 wins. That early push gave the Bears the buffer they've been missing for years. But that doesn't mean the foot comes off the gas. Momentum doesn't wait, and neither do contenders. The Eagles remain one of the most complete rosters in football. Their defensive front is deep. Their offensive weapons are explosive. And even on their off days, they're capable of grinding out wins. The game is less about style points and more about identity. Can the Bears' improved offensive line hold up? Can Caleb Williams continue to grow against top-tier pressure? Can Chicago's defense avoid giving up explosive plays that have burned them earlier in the season? Win or lose, the Eagles matchup becomes a measuring stick for where this young Bears team truly stands. If you're ranking individual defenders the Bears do not want to see, Myles Garrett is near the top of that list. With rare bend, elite speed, and a game-wrecking mentality, he's a test for any offensive line, even the revamped one Chicago now has. This matchup forces Chicago to answer one question. Can they function when the best defensive player on the field is not wearing navy and orange? If the Bears can protect Caleb Williams here, they can protect him anywhere. If they can't, Cleveland will make that very clear very quickly. This game may quietly be the one that tells us whether Chicago is ready for playoff-caliber pass rushers. Regardless of the records, regardless of the trends, regardless of who's injured, Packers versus Bears never follows logic. Green Bay has struggled this year against weaker opponents. They've turned the ball over, stalled early in games, and played down to competition. But Chicago can't afford to let that fool them. At this point in the season, these 2 games carry enormous weight. The Bears need at least a split. A sweep would be a franchise moment, a statement that the power dynamic in the NFC North is truly shifting. The Packers games aren't just matchups. They're checkpoints in the Bears' evolution. The Bears want to be the future of the NFC North. These are the games that will prove it. The 49ers remain one of the most physical, dominant teams in the NFL, even when dealing with significant injuries across their roster. But that's the opportunity. Chicago won't get many chances to face San Francisco without their full arsenal. This could be a heavyweight battle. Chicago's fast-developing offense versus a defense known for suffocating explosive plays. Stealing a win here would send shockwaves through the NFC. And even a close, competitive performance would show how far the Bears had come under Ben Johnson. Circle it now. Bears versus Lions in Week 18 might determine the NFC North, or at least critical playoff seeding. Detroit hasn't had the same spark they showed last year. The offense has sputtered at times, and their defense has been inconsistent. But they're still a tough, well-coached team capable of beating anyone when they find rhythm. If both teams enter Week 18 with something to play for, this could become the most important Chicago-Detroit matchup in over a decade. Here's the part of the story nobody should overlook. Chicago is getting healthier at the exact right time. The return of the Bears' Pro Bowl cornerback, Jaylon Johnson, might be the biggest in-season boost any NFC team gets. He was once believed to be out for the entire year after core muscle surgery, yet his 21-day practice window has been open. If he's close to full speed, Chicago gets back its best man-cover defender and a true difference maker on the back end. Kyler Gordon hasn't played since Week 7, but he's eligible to return and is trending in the right direction. His quickness and versatility in the slot have been badly missed. If both Johnson and Gordon return before the playoffs, this secondary becomes dangerous again. Even with hand surgery and a hamstring issue, Edwards has avoided IR, which tells us the coaching staff expects him back soon. His football IQ, tackling ability, and sideline-to-sideline instincts give the Bears a steadiness they desperately need. Getting him back could be the difference between a defense that survives and a defense that actually thrives. The finishing stretch won't be easy. It shouldn't be. Playoff teams earn it. They fight for it. The Bears have the coaching, the quarterback, the run game, and now, finally, the reinforcements to take on elite competition. A 10-7 finish is absolutely on the table. And if Chicago punches its ticket, this is not the kind of team anybody wants to face in January. Because the Bears aren't just trying to get into the playoffs, they're trying to announce their arrival.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you think the Bears can win out, share your opinion in the comments. Thanks.